Hey guys, we're going to be doing Genesis 6, chapter 6, verse 1 to chapter 8, verse 22. And if you guys have missed any of our other readings, go back and read them. Read them. Watch them. But I guess you could read them, the captions. Watch them. Make sure and comment for us. Let us know what we're doing and how we're doing. And then tickle the bell and then share it for us. Let's make this a community, a group effort. So with that, let's go ahead and do it. You ready? I'm going to mess up some of these names because I'm not a biblical scholar. Like I said, I'm just a normal guy reading these, so don't beat me up too bad in the comments for not being perfect at this. That's the point of this, right? All right. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, and they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, and for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children unto them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. And God saw that there was wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart were only evil continually. And it repented the Lord, and he had made man of this earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, and of the for it repenteth me, and I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man, and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked with God. And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth was also corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupted, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, The end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them within the earth. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Rooms shalt thou make in the ark, and shall pitch it within and without with pitch. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make of it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. And windows shall thou make into the ark, and in a cubit shall thou finish it above, and the door of the ark shall thou set in the side thereof, with lower, second, and third stories shalt thou make it. And behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth, to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. And with thee will I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come unto the ark, thou and thy sons, and thy wife, and thy sons' wives within thee. And of every living thing of all flesh, to every sort shalt thou bring unto the ark, to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female. Of fowls there shall be of fowls after their kind, and of cattle after their kind, and of every creeping thing on the earth after his kind. 2 of every sort shall come unto thee, and keep them alive. And take thou under thee of all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be a food for thee and for them. Thus did Noah, according to all that God commandeth him, so did he. And the Lord said unto Noah, Come thou, and all the house into the ark, for thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. Of every clean beast thou shalt take unto thee by 7s, and the males and his females, and of beasts that are not clean by 2s, and males of his female. Of fowls also into the air by 7s, and male and the female, and to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth. For yet 7 days I will cause it to rain, and upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. and every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth. And Noah did according unto all that the Lord commanded him. And Noah was 600 years old when the flood of the waters was upon the earth. And Noah went in, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him, into the ark, because of the waters of the flood, of clean beasts, and of beasts that are not clean, and of fowls, and of everything that creepeth upon the earth. There went unto two unto Noah into the ark, and the male and the female, and God had commanded Noah. And it came to pass after 7 days that the waters of the flood were upon the earth. And in the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, and in the day where all of the fountains of the great deep broke up, and the windows of the heaven were opened. And the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. In the self-same day entered Noah, and the Shem, and Ham, and Japheth, and the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them, and into the ark. They and every beast after his kind, and all the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and every fowl after his kind, every bird of every sort. And they went unto Noah unto the ark, 2 and 2 of all flesh, wherein is the breath of life. And they that went in male and female of all flesh, as God had commanded him, and the Lord shut him in. And the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased, and bare up the ark, and it was lift upon the earth, up above the earth. And the waters prevailed, and were increased greatly upon the earth, and the ark went upon the faces of the water. And the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth, and all the high hills that were under the whole heaven were covered. 15 cubits upward did the waters prevail, and the mountains were covered, and all the flesh died that moved upon the earth, both fowl, and of cattle, and of beast, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man, all in whose nostrils was the breath of life. All that was in the dry land died. And every living substance was destroyed which was upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle, and the creeping things, and the fowl of the heavens. And they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah only remained alive, and they were with him in the ark. And the waters prevailed upon the earth. And then God remembered Noah, and with every living thing, and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters assuaged. And the fountains also of the deep, and within the windows of the heavens were stopped, and the rain from the heavens was restrained. And the waters returned off the earth continually. And after the end of the 150 days the waters were abated. And the ark rested in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, upon the mountains of Ararat. And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. And in the 10th month, on the 1st day of the month, were the tops of the mountains seen. And it came to pass, as the end of 40 days, that Noah opened the windows of the ark which he had made. And he sent forth the raven, which went forth to and fro, until the waters were dried up from the earth. He also sent forth the dove from him, to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, and she returned to him unto the ark. For the waters were on the face of the whole earth, and he put forth his hand, and took her, and pulled her with him into the ark. And they stayed yet another 7 days, and again sent forth the dove out of the ark. And the dove came to him with the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. So Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the earth. And he stayed yet another 7 days, and sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him any more. And it came to pass in the 600th day in the 1st year, in the 1st month, and the 1st day of the month, that the waters were dried up from the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. And it was in the 2nd month, on the 7th and 12th day of the month, was the earth dried. And God spake unto Noah, saying, Go forth from the ark, thou and thy wife, and thy sons' wives with thee. Bring forth with thee every living animal that is with thee, of all flesh, both of fowl and of cattle, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, that may breed abundantly upon the earth, and that they may breed abundantly in the earth, and be fruitful and multiply upon the earth. And Noah went forth with his sons and his wife, and his sons' wives with him, every beast, every creeping thing, and every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth, after their kinds, went forth out of the ark. And Noah built an altar unto the Lord, and took of every clean beast, and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings unto the altar. And the Lord smelled a sweet savour. And the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake. For the imagination of man's heart is evil for his youth. Neither will I again smite any more everything living, as I have done, while the earth remaineth, seedeth and harvest, and the cold and heat, and the summer and the winter, and the day and the night shall not cease. It's a whole lot to take in. Alright, there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed, and remember that tickle that bell and subscribe, comment, leave any suggestions you have, or even critique. Again, not perfect, not trying to be perfect, and I'm no holy man, so whatever you say is worth hearing. Okay, that's what we're all in this together. We're still trying to figure out how to edit video and do all that. We're not YouTube stars. We're not trying to be YouTube stars. We just, with today's what's going on, we just felt there's a need for the Word and an understanding of it, not just kind of being preached down to and at, but just kind of understanding what we're reading and hearing it. A lot of us, this is for the first time. So this Saturday we won't be doing a show because we don't have enough in stock in the can. So, but next one we'll have 7 or 8 episodes that we can actually talk about, and we know there are not going to be many people there, and we don't want to feel pressure to be there, but just so you can read it and hear the discussion, and you can always go in and comment, and we'll come back to it because we're all learning this together. So we can always take the comments, read them, and then come back to you with what you're saying. And again, we don't mind critique, not at all. Again, no one here is perfect, just like no one out there is perfect. So just try to be good to each other. That's all we want. Just try to be good to each other. Okay? We love you. And remember, elect Jesus, not Jesus. Spread the word.